Hey guys, we were tagged in TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farms YouTube video. It's 10 questions for all homesteads.
Pull up the questions now.
Yep.
We're a little bit late on this because we've been working on the nursery and
Yeah, we haven't been doing
and
as much homesteading, more working and getting ready for baby.
yeah, although I did plant seeds too. And
You did do
all
that today,
stuff.
but yeah.
Yesterday. Okay, first question. What got you into homesteading? So I owned a condo in the city, and Alex moved in. We probably you lived with me for what, a year?
A little over a year.
I kind of felt like I had everything I wanted, like a property. I was like working with a 5-minute commute. But one day I kind of woke up and was like, I have a very strong desire to beekeep. And that kind of set me on a YouTube rabbit hole of beekeeping and learning how to beekeep, but I was in a condo with no outdoor space, so there was that. And then Alex and I were quickly outgrowing a 2-bedroom condo.
Nope.
So we started looking at properties where we could legally have space and not bother our neighbors and be left alone and have our hives and stuff. So then we also were driving to visit my parents one day and saw a sign for an alpaca farm. And then immediately was like, that's my calling as well. So not only was beekeeping and then raising alpacas kind of
What?
He's yelling at me.
Oh, hungry.
So like it was beekeeping, alpacas, and then we found a property that we couldn't pass up. It was super cheap, 5.5 acres, with a whole house.
Yep.
Kind of a fixer-upper, but we made sure we could have bees and alpacas. So we moved to this property, and then everyone's first step is chickens. My parents had chickens, so it was just kind of one of those things that we're like, oh, well, we have space, we might as well. And then someone needed to get rid of their pig, so we were like, we have space, so might as well. And then realized we were actually like kind of homesteading.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing garden videos, and then it led down this.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please repeat?
What did you say to set?
I started watching garden videos.
I guess.
All right. Okay. So what's something you want to add to your homestead in 2020?
Right now, we're looking at a fence. Well, we're definitely adding a child to the homestead. We're looking at a fence so we can start utilizing more of the field. And then once we do that, you know, we could pretty much go anywhere from there.
Yeah, we kind of see a lot of posts around our area for like animals looking for homes.
Yeah.
And so I think as soon as we get a fence and a barn or lean-to, we can actually take people up on that. So maybe...
Oh, bee shed.
Oh yeah, we're playing bee shed. We're going to do a fence. Those are the main projects. Don't think we'll get a barn up or a lean-to shed.
No, probably not.
This year, but it's coming.
Yes.
What's the most difficult lesson you learned while homesteading?
Probably preparing for the whole year. A couple videos back, there was one with me and Ashley's dad setting up a watering system for the chickens, and it turned out great, but it wasn't winter proof. So the cold weather came and the PVC pipe's already breaking, and so we just didn't plan well for that.
Same with the bees.
Yeah, same with the bees. We just haven't prepared well for winter.
I feel like we get way ahead of ourselves, and then
Yep.
we run out of time not because we're lazy, but the weather, like
I'm gonna fix
every time that we want to do something or have a project and we were like, oh, we'll do it on this weekend, we have a free weekend, and then it rains all weekend, or we have a wedding or a family function or whatever. It's like really hard to find time to really focus on everything we want to do.
Yep.
While having 2 full-time jobs and grad school and now baby.
Yeah.
What is your favorite chore on the homestead? I know what mine is. Mine is collecting the chicken eggs.
I don't know what mine is. Yeah, I don't know what mine is.
You like mowing.
Yeah, there's a certain calming to mowing. I think I like doing like the work though. Like I'm building the bee shed right now. I enjoy stuff like that.
You like the work when there's not a time crunch.
Yes. I'm enjoying the bee shed very much right now because there's no real pressure.
Yeah. You get overwhelmed quickly when a season's coming upon us and it will ruin something. Okay. What's your favorite thing to grow?
I know what we're good at growing.
We are good at growing tomatoes.
And loofahs.
Like cherry tomatoes. I haven't mastered
Full tomatoes.
slicers. Good at cucumbers, tomatoes, loofahs. Kajari melon was actually fairly easy.
Yeah, that was very good.
So I would say actually my favorite would be Kajari melon just because it's the most unique out of...
I actually like the flowers along the outside because all the pollinators like flock to it, so it was really cool. Like we'd go into the garden and there would just be hundreds of our bees just buzzing all over the place. It was very cool.
The flavor of the honey turned out so good.
It was so good.
What do you love most about the homesteading community?
The support.
The advice.
Yeah.
Everything that we've done wrong, people were able to see what we did wrong and let us know, and so we don't make the same mistakes over and over again and wonder what's going on. So that and the friendships that we actually made, we weren't expecting when we started the channel.
Yeah, not at all.
We kind of thought, oh, we'll just do this for our own, documenting our journey, and then also like family from other states can watch and stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
And we had no idea like even the community was like. So what's your favorite meal that you make?
What's your favorite meal?
That I make? I make a very mean taco soup.
That's true. That is good.
And it is so easy for me to do it in the crock pot, and it tastes so good. So I would say that for me.
Honestly, I think mine might be the rice bowls or the spaghetti squash.
Your spaghetti squash is really good.
So one of those two.
I also like your brats and mashed potatoes that you have not made in a long time. And I wouldn't hate it if you made it.
Whatever. I thought you were craving something else.
I'm craving everything.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah, yours is Christmas. Mine's Christmas.
Is your homestead where you want to settle permanently, or are you looking to start over elsewhere?
I think right now we're probably gonna plan, we're gonna start over elsewhere. Yeah. I think eventually property tax and things like that are gonna kind of, you know, have us looking outwards. But I mean, it's years down the road.
Yeah. I think,
Unless something drastic changes. Like I do love our property. I could see us doing it. Like the biggest issue would be the finances.
yeah, like, I mean, it's going to be years before one of us could
Yeah.
stay home permanently or whatever, because we live in such an expensive area
Yep.
that I think when we're ready, maybe when the kid's grown up, like, this is a good first single family house and property, and we could do whatever we want on the homestead for now, but
The Shenandoah Valley is always called to us, so we might end up looking around there, like during
Yeah.
retirement ages and things like that.
and there's like a lot of growth happening in this area too, so like that's so painful to see. Like,
It's bittersweet.
the country is slowly disappearing,
Yeah.
and like they want to build a housing development like in the acres behind us and stuff, and like if I could get the fence and the farm set up now, they can't rezone us, right? Like,
I mean, we could.
I just, there's always that like fear, like they're rezoning us and not allowing us to have livestock or whatever, because this is now, the city's just being pushed out further and further,
Yeah.
and city people don't understand country life. Last one. What homesteaders do you follow and enjoy learning from? I think everyone kind of knows Roots and Refuge is like my number one go-to. I feel like Jess and Maya are very similar to us. A lot of the things that they're doing are things we are doing or want to do.
Well, even like how they handle things, because I do a lot of the building and setting up our infrastructure, so to speak.
And I come up with all the crazy ideas,
Yep.
sometimes a little bit too quickly for him to catch up.
Yes. Sometimes.
And I may go a little bit more crazy, like with chickens or animals that I just want. So Alex says like the same rule Maya does, I think, is gotta discuss animal purchases first.
Yes. Hey, I bought 10 chickens. We don't have a coop ready for them?
I knew we would get a coop by the time they came in. But yeah, that was. I just lost track where I was.
Yep, so those are the 10 questions. Who do we tag next?
I think because we're so far behind, and I don't know who's been tagged in this, if you've not answered these questions yet and you want to take part in the collaboration, go ahead and say that we tagged you, and yeah, because there's probably a lot of people who've already done this.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. It was really cool to just sit down and like think back where we started.
Yeah. Which was cool because we had that year in review video and we did get to see like how much we did, and
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like a lot, but it's a lot. So it's cool to kind of take a step back and reflect. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
All right, so those are our 10 answers for questions on homesteading and how we do things. If you have any questions or anything about it, comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.
See ya.